It has to work now. Attention, attention, radio operator Faye speaking. Delvin, can you hear me? Please, don't desert me now. Please, please, please.
Hello, Faye.
Sadi?
There. I am glad our presentation could convince you. I have to admit that the results surprised me a little as well.
Then it was a wonderful surprise for all of us. I can assure you, Doctor, that you were utterly convincing.
Please, dear, we must not hasten our decision. Not until we've tested the bacteria ourselves. I therefore propose that the doctor will provide us with a sample of his wonderful algae as soon as possible. And if everything is above board, as I'm sure it will be, independent scientists will have no problem reconstructing the result we saw here earlier. And when they do, we will support you. Or is there a problem?
Let me through. I must talk to Ben Svensson.
It seems the number of your fans increases by the minute, my dear doctor.
I have to talk to him. Please.
Excuse me.
In here, quickly.
Calm down.
Tell me, how did it go?
What?
The algae. Are the investors convinced?
Ha! They are thrilled.
Phew. Good.
Yes, one problem less. But now to you. You are completely out of breath. What happened?
I got a call from Delvin.
And?
The connection was terrible, but I think he wanted to warn us. Someone plans to attack the oil rig.
Are you sure?
Not completely, but it sounded like that.
Did he tell you anything else?
No. That was all.
Did you get any other messages?
Why? From whom?
From Salvador?
Oh, no, I didn't. I only heard from Delvin, and as I said, it was a short message.
How was your physical examination?
Tedious.
But everything's all right.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
That's good to know.
No. Why?
Oh. Never mind. Must be being close to this Indez guy. I'm seeing conspiracies everywhere.
Well, you can never know.
Right. We have another problem, though, I'm afraid. Someone tried to sabotage the presentation.
What? Why would somebody do that?
I have no idea. But they did everything to prevent the generator from working properly during the presentation. The algae was much weaker than usual.
And yet the investors were convinced?
Yes. It wasn't that much of a problem. I just had someone fetch a better specimen. I think you should try and find out more about this attack while I investigate the algae incident.
Okay. Sounds sensible.
You are really not keeping something from me?
Nah. You?
No.
Well then, see you later. Then go! Sadi, come in, please. Ben says the investors are convinced. You must have been wrong.
Welcome back, Bent. Nice show. Really, I hope you didn't raise expectations you can't measure up to.
Hello, Duva. I'm sorry, I didn't want to show you up.
If you're looking for Lissa, she's in the office lab. I'm sure you can find the way on your own.
The algae you presented was bottom of the barrel. I think I deserve an explanation.
You are wrong. The sample was from one of our most powerful cultures.
I don't believe you. When I was still here, the algae could do much better than that.
I think you are fooling yourself. The algae really wasn't that much stronger in the past.
But it was stronger, and it would have convinced the investors without any effort on my part.
If you say so.
Again, what's wrong with the algae?
Let's see. No one is interested in it. We can't find a selling market. Research is insanely expensive, and no one wants to pay for it anymore.
But we do have a potential investor now.
Only as long as your scam is not exposed.
It won't be exposed if you tell me where the real algae is.
The real algae. I see. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just want to know what happened to my algae.
That's exactly the problem. It's not your algae anymore. Your son is responsible for your life's work now. It doesn't matter if anybody here likes it or not. You're out of the picture.
Are you still angry with me?
Of course I am. If you hadn't cared more about the planet than about your own family, we might still be one.
Maida never told me that she was ill.
How could she? You were never there. You didn't see the nosebleeds when they began. You didn't catch her when she fainted. You didn't even take her to the hospital when it was already too late.
If she'd only told me.
But she didn't, because she thought you'd notice it someday. Well, no such luck.
Duva, I'm sorry.
Good to know. Anything else?
So, how's life as the head of research on Atlas 11?
How do you think it is? It makes me sick. I still can't believe that I wanted to be like you once.
You have a lot of responsibility now. The future of the world depends on you and your research.
The future of the world is not my future. I don't want to end up like you, Father. I want to have a life, a family, but I'm stuck here instead.
Do you really hate your life this much?
Well, c'est la vie. That's how it is.
See you later. A few lab coats and 2 pairs of jeans. Nothing of interest.
No one has tried to startle me that incompetently in the last 2 years. Hello, Bent. It's good to see you.
I thought I'd drop by to see if everything is well. What? Isn't an old retiree allowed to visit his former colleagues?
Of course he is. But I know you well enough to know that this is not the only reason. But maybe you'll prove me wrong. What are you talking about?
I saw the presentation for the investors. The algae you presented was terribly weak.
Oh, Bent, you are exaggerating.
Do you have any idea how embarrassed I was?
I can understand how you feel, but please stay out of this.
But
Trust me, it's better this way.
you say it's not my responsibility anymore. Do you know how you sound?
No, Bent. How do I sound?
Like my shrink.
How fitting. Dr. Lissa Hinrichs, official shrink for the Svensson family. Yeah, that has a ring of truth to it.
It's true, I'm not responsible for the research anymore, but I helped to build this whole project. I deserve an answer.
If you were at the presentation, you already know the answer. We don't have any money left. That means no new instruments, no repairs, no qualified experts. And if the research gets worse, we get fewer investors. A vicious circle.
What does money have to do with the decrease in algae power?
We work under a lot of pressure and under horrible conditions. In a situation like that, mistakes happen, and the algae suffers from it.
You are keeping something from me.
Bent, please. We've already discussed this. The current situation is no one's fault. We've just fallen on hard times.
I'll find out what's going on.
Please, don't. I'm just worried about you.
Let's talk about something else.
I'd prefer that, yes.
Duva hates me.
I know. He still blames you for Meta's death.
And he's right.
She was sick, Bent, and she didn't tell you.
Because she knew I would never give up my work for her.
Quite the opposite. You would have given up everything for her, and she didn't want to be responsible for that. The tendency for self-sacrifice must be a family trait.
How is Duva?
Ask him yourself.
Whenever I try to talk to him, all he does is rant.
Oh, don't listen to that. I think he's much better than he wants people to know.
He hates life on the oil rig.
If he really hated it, he would be long gone. Don't worry. He's doing okay.
I can see you are busy. Do you want to continue our conversation later?
The only important thing is that we do continue it. Why don't we meet in the kitchen later and cook together? In about 2 hours when my shift ends?
Sure. Great idea.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
This lab coat looks familiar. Ha! I knew it. It's my old lab coat.
Huh? The one in the locker?
I didn't think you'd keep it.
Are you getting sentimental? Duva is wearing it sometimes when he's cleaning up.
I'm really surprised it's still here. Ah, the smell. And each place in the lab smells differently. These smells bring back some great memories. What's this? One of my old algae samples. What's it doing here? It's barely legible, but there's something written in my hand. D54H. D54. That's the Delta algae, our most powerful culture. I just don't understand why Duva didn't present it earlier today. D54H. Where is the Delta algae? Nothing. That's weird. Let's see. Where is the file for D54H? A, B, D32, B15, and here's A again. What a mess. Looks like this will take longer than I thought. Damn it. I searched the whole cabinet 3 times and still no sign of D54H. So where the devil is it? Lissa?
Yes?
Have you seen the Delta algae file? What?
You haven't been here for 10 minutes and already you're going through the paperwork.
Do you have the file or not?
No, and I suggest you stop searching for it. Just trust me. It's for your own good.
So long.
See you later, Bent.
The usual. White lab coats, blue jeans, and golden towels? Who do those belong to? I should pump the water out first. Water pump. Is that towel really golden? How tacky. Hotel La Comte du Roy, Barcelona. 5 stars. Good grief. How did this get here? No one here can afford to stay at a 5-star hotel.